Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is John, and today we're gonna keep talking about the squeak in my van. Yeah, that high-pitched squeak. All right, hopefully this gives you a little bit of context. I would not call this a rough field. It's a little bit bumpy. So what does that mean for the van build process? Well, I've got a whole bunch of stuff going on here. I'm opening these doors because I'm trying to let some sunlight into the van. It's actually parked with the sun going right in there. So the bed needs to go. Obviously, I need to take this stuff out. I got to throw it in the wash anyway. I slept in here a bunch while I was traveling around the last month or two. I've got to strip all this stuff out so that they can get in here and work on whatever is going on in the van right now. But I do want to share something with you guys. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. This right here, yeah, you can see that nice. This is a new Vertx overlanding storage cube. I've got one way up in the front. You can kind of see it there. That right there is one of the other ones, and they stack together. I'm going to show you how in just a second, and I'm going to give you a promo code. You're going to love it. These are their new stackable storage cubes, and this is sold as a bundle. As I have it here, this is the extra small, small, medium, and large bag. They do one that's bigger than this. You can buy them by themselves. You can get a bundle, whatever. Also, to give you guys an idea of size, this came with a divider. Here's a med kit in that side. I haven't really figured out exactly what I'm doing with all this stuff. There's a tourniquet holder. But that's got two different med kits, boo-boo kit, actual trauma kit, and then I keep my tools in here. Got some tools, got a machete in there, a lighter, but that gives you an idea. Oh, and they have this like Velcro material up here, so you can attach all kinds of stuff. Really, really wise way to like make bags for trucks and overlanding and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so here's that large bag I was showing you guys, and here's the medium. We're gonna lock them together in this orientation because that is gonna make the most sense. See that tab right there? Let me try and do this one-handed. So this is going to lock under here, and the other side is going to lock under this side. So let's go ahead and shove that in there. I want to make sure you guys can see that it's just going up under there. And then around this side, this is a flexible thing, so you can do this, and it's just locked in. So I suppose you want to get that promo code for these bags, storage cubes, stackable bins, whatever you want to call them. Well, what you got to do is go to vertx.com and just use the code TGC, and you'll get that percentage off. It's usually 15%. It does go up during the holidays, and we get a kickback when you use that code. That is a massive help for us, so I would really genuinely appreciate it if you used it. That'd be rad. So there you have it, the Battle Wagon in all its glory. Now, I don't know how this is going to work out. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to need to send this to a body shop to get that seam fixed. I'm going to see if you guys can see how crooked that seam actually is. Yeah, you can see along this body line. See how it kind of pinches in right there? Something's not right with that. I mean, it could just be how these things are made, because I believe the squeak is actually up inside in that area, not down here, but I believe it's up in that area. I don't know what it's going to take to fix it. That's not really my problem. That's Mercedes' problem. But it's got to go back again. Okay, so in the back of the van, roughly in that area up there is where I can hear a squeak. This is Les, by the way. Say hello.
Hello.
So we've been chasing this noise probably since I got it. It had gotten worse. Around 8,000-ish miles, I took it into Mercedes and had them look at it. And they actually did make an attempt to fix it, right?
Yep.
You've seen it. So talk me through what you think happened.
Well, it looks like in the assembly process, there may have been one small section that wasn't bonded to the inner structure. And it looked like it was just
So you're talking about the actual shell of the van, the body of the van,
Yep.
and the inner structure, correct?
Yep. So like the outer skin, and these ribbings have like little ribs that come out, and it's supposed to be bonded or butylled in place so that the outer skin doesn't rub against the inner skin and makes all kinds of noise. And
so you can see that sort of rubbery material in there. Okay.
Yeah, so this butyl acts as a spacer, you know, because the van's going to flex while you're driving. Or,
right, it's going to move, it's going to flex, and the wind is going to move it around, all that sort of stuff. So
and there's different material that they use in different places depending on what it is. So like if you look up here, or it's just probably squeezed in, there's probably another one here. There's a foam type of material.
You can kind of see it there.
So this is like a bonding agent and an absorber at the same time. Kind of like the butyl, but just a little
slightly
thinner.
Different material, slightly different sort of adhesive. So one of the things that we think they did in attempting to fix it was actually down here. I'm going to hop down so you guys can see. See that spot? So as you can see, there's a tab right there, and there's also a tab there, and it looks like that one popped off the body. And what is that? Is that like you said that's like a felt tape material?
Yep.
So what does that mean? Help me understand what that is.
It's literally what you just said. It's felt tape, sticky on one side, felt on the other. There's different thicknesses, different widths.
Okay.
The factory does give you kind of like a noise kit that says, depending on what the sound is in the car, you use different types of felt or insulation material to make squeaks and rattles and stuff go away.
So this is a Mercedes thing that they issue to techs, dealerships, etc. Hey, if there's a problem, use this. Is that correct? Is that a good
Yeah, like they'll say,
way to
you know,
explain it?
if you know, a client says that there's a squeak in the dashboard and you figure it out after you take the dashboard apart where the squeak's coming from, you can go to this kit and it gives you examples of what you can use to space things out if you need to space something out.
And it'll be like a thick rubber material for one thing, and maybe something like
different kinds of felt, like different widths, because maybe you only need something that's 1/8 of an inch wide. Well, they make special tapes that are 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 2 inches, 3 inches, things that you can stack up and build up and then squish into place.
Okay,
things
and
like that to
that's
get rid of noise.
essentially what happened here. However, unfortunately for this, the squeak is back.
Yeah.
I showed Les, I went to Overland Expo East, and driving along that is where it really started to get bad because I had gotten the van back and blah, 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 blah. We are chasing this yet again. The van has to go back again. There's discussion of this maybe going to a body shop. Do you have any clue what they would do at a body shop different than this?
Probably, guessing.
Yeah.
I'm not in the
you're
body
not a
world.
tech.
They would probably do some sort of an injectable.
So something that either would expand or just to try and separate the panels to alleviate the squeak. Is that correct?
Yep.
And those
That'd
guys,
be my
obviously,
assumption.
body shops are going to be experts at that as opposed to a guy that is a technician. So that's kind of where we're at. I got to be honest with you guys. I'm a little bit frustrated. So the reason I say that I'm frustrated is because this is a very expensive van, right? Like these are not cheap. These are not cheap vehicles, and I do take issue with a lot of the things. I mean, one of the most popular videos on the channel right now is the top 5 things I hate about this van. That's the most popular video. So
all right.
I know people like negativity, but I'm just disappointed that I spent an enormous amount of cash and we're chasing a body squeak. It's a really simple thing. Like, I want to get spraying sound insulation and building stuff out in here, and we've got stuff to install, and we just can't.
Which sucks that you paid this amount of money, but at the same time, like, you almost you don't want to justify it, but you kind of do because of the fact that it's mass production. Things aren't going to fit 100% every single time, but you want it to.
Yeah,
because
it's
of how
a frustration.
much you shelled out so much cash, you want it to be perfect on the first try.
Right.
And sadly, when anything's mass produced, that's not the way it works.
So
we figure it out later on.
You are 100% correct. These are made in Charleston, well, assembled in Charleston, South Carolina.
Actually, I think they're 100% full production now in Charleston.
100%?
Like they used to be
shipped
assembled in Germany.
Stuttgart, right?
Yeah, and then disassembled, crated, sent over to South Carolina, and then reassembled off of pallets, which is, I mean...
That sounds terrible.
It sounds pretty cool, actually, to me. Like, you just take a car, put it together, take it apart,
So it's like a prefab home, you mean?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
And then they put it together. But then they stopped that, and I believe it is now a full-fledged production plant. You know, robots putting the whole thing together, glue goes into place. There's a guy that does all the wiring in here, the guy that lays the floor down.
Guy that forgot the LED strip in the back.
Yeah, I mean, there's a conveyor where they probably, like, if they do it like they do everything else, there's a conveyor where the whole assembly just gets dipped into the paint and electro bonded, and it comes out the other end, no drips, no nothing, and it's painted.
I will tell you guys what, this van is entirely yellow. Like, every bit of it. The seat bases are yellow, under the floor is yellow. It's not like they put stuff on and then sprayed it. This thing, as a completed chassis, went into this vat of yellow paint. Like, it went in, and just now everything in here is yellow. It's, you know, I used to hate it.
Yeah.
I used to, like, remember when I first got it, I was like, I'm changing that color.
Yeah.
I'm changing, but now I don't.
Hours of talking about what wrap is going to go on it,
but now I
it's
think
cool the way it sits.
I think the partial wrap idea is growing on me. We'll see. That's another video. So the squeak issue is going to get fixed. I have an appointment, and that's in a couple weeks. I'm going to drop it off. They're going to give me a loaner, I hope, and we're going to try to get it fixed. I don't know what the solution is going to be. I don't know, but I will let you guys know when I know about that, and hopefully by then we'll have some other parts installed on the van, have some other projects lined up. But in the meantime, guys, thank you all for watching. Let me know in the comments if you have any thoughts, ideas on what to do about this and some of the other things with the van. I always love to hear your feedback. I really genuinely do appreciate it. Les appreciates it, yeah?
I do.
He does. He really appreciates it. So that's it. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you soon.
Bye.